Hello and welcome to this very brief tutorial. Not so much how to use Brightspace, but where things are organized in this class. My name is Dr. Mark Kavanaugh and I am the chair of Social Sciences and Psychology, and nearly all of the courses within my department are designed in exactly the same way so that individuals, students, other people looking at the class can find things very easily. So I wanted to take some time to just sort of go over the interface. Now this is very early in the development of our use of Brightspace, so it's potentially some of these could change, and your different instructors will obviously maybe doing some things different. But I wanted to take some time just to kind of point out major things in what your classes look like. What you're looking at right now is the student view of the master template that I've created that I use to create all of the other courses within my department. So let's look at some things on the interface here. We have the name of the course that you're in at any given time is right up there. And so if you click on that, it brings you back to the home page, just like clicking on the word home. The next link over here is content, and that's where we're going to be spending most of our tutorial. Under assignments, if you click the little arrow, you can see that you can go to assignments, discussions, and quizzes, and you can see all of those for each of the classes that you're taking. In communication, this is where you access email, which actually uses your KVCC email to communicate either with other students in the class or with your instructor. There's a virtual classroom where we can have video meetings, a chat function where we can just be typing to each other and communicating that way. I guess that would be synchronous. You'd be online at the same time doing that. And then you can visit a class list and see the contact information for everybody in the class. Here's where you will access your grades. And then under resources, help for Brightspace, how to use different tools, a link to the calendar, and the e-portfolio portion of Brightspace. This entry page right here, as far as I'm concerned, you'll be skipping right through this. This is where you check for your announcements, and you can see any updates for due dates or anything like that. But as you're entering into the class to go do some work, the place that you want to go after you've entered into your site is to click Content. And here's where you sort of see the whole course is sort of laid out. So the first link you see is the overview and syllabus, and this document I created here, this is where this video is going to go. This is a welcome to class section that your instructor will write. This is basic course information. I have some, I did this for Psych 101. There's a start date, the end date, is it online, hybrid, or face-to-face, and the meeting times and dates if it's meeting face-to-face. Textbook and coursebook information, of course, very important here. It tells you where to get the textbook and coursebook information, which will actually be in course documents. And then instructor information, this will be customized for each one of your instructors. As we move down the list here on the menu on the left, you'll see that there's bookmarks. When you create a bookmark, it will appear there. So if you want to bookmark a page because there's some you want to get back to it, or you want to remember it, or you had a question about it, you can bookmark it, and you can just go right to the bookmark place and you can see where those things are, give you links right to those areas. And then you see the course schedule. Now the course schedule is an event-based calendar that when your instructor includes a due date, it will appear on here. This is not the only place that you can look for due dates, but this is a place that you can see what's coming up. If there are any due dates, this is a good place to look to see if there's anything that's right coming up. As we move down the list, we have table of contents. Now if you click here, what you're going to see is everything that I've shown you so far, but all in one list. So we're going to look at that last. Let's look at course documents. You go into course documents, And what you're going to see are these 5 files: course expectations, course policies, face-to-face classroom behavior, online classroom behavior, and a small page on advice for being successful in college. I suggest you read all of these. Some of them are pretty detailed. Look in the course expectations. If we open that up, brings you to these. These are the policies and expectations for the class. Go back to course documents. You can see the little breadcrumbs here. This is also, when this course is prepared and ready, where you're going to find links to your course book and to your textbook, if there's any. Now, the course book, need to read about that in your course syllabus, and that contains all of the lesson plans and descriptions of assignments and assessments for the entire class. So that's an important document to get. Then we go down to course timeline. Now, I told you that the course schedule is going to reflect due dates. The course timeline is a written document, and it goes week to week as to what's going to be happening during that week and what's due that week. So you can use this document as a way to plan out the way you want to accomplish all the work in the semester. Then we have a link called Special Assignments. In many of my courses, there are semester-long assignments or assignments that are somewhat separate from the regular content of the class, and those will be the drop boxes or the things you need to do or submit quizzes or discussions or whatever will be in here specific to those assignments. But those are also described in the course book. So the course book is always the first place to go, and then you go into Brightspace to upload your work or to submit your work. And finally, we get to this longest section here. This is the major content. Nearly all of the classes in the department are organized this way, and they're organized by chapter. And the chapters correspond to chapters in the course book. So I click on chapter 1, and I'm brought to a little introduction. It's the same introduction every time. So chapter 1, Introduction to Psychology. What I'm going to place in here is going to be any links to quizzes, discussions, or assignments that you need to do for chapter 1. The content for chapter 1 is in the course book. So the sequence of behaviors that you're going to engage in as you go into the class is you're going to look at what's due that week. And let's say we're doing chapter 1. You're going to read chapter 1 in the course book, understand all the things that I'm trying to get you to understand, all the assignments. You're going to read anything else. If there's a textbook, you're going to read that, and you're going to prepare yourself to do the work. After you've read the course book and you've read whatever other reading is, a textbook or otherwise, you then go into Brightspace and you go to the chapter 1 link here, and it'll say chapter 1, and it will give you the place for you to take the quizzes, join the discussions, or submit your assignments. So there won't be any content in these folders for each one of the chapters in the course, because that's in this course book, which is an ebook that you download and you can read it and go over it and keep it at any time. And that is pretty much it. I did miss something in the overview syllabus. I went down, welcome to class, basic course information, textbook information, instructor information, and your syllabus. Your syllabus will be in here. So that's another document that you're going to want. So that'll be the only document that's here. The rest of the documents, the course book and textbook, will be in the course documents folder. And so that's it. That's how to navigate this class. That's how to navigate just about any class within my department. They're all going to look like this. And I hope this has been helpful. Be sure to contact your instructor, participate in activities very early in class, and get in touch with your instructor if you have any questions. So good luck with your class and good luck with your semester.